on, everybody? Welcome back to the Half-Assed Garage. Today we're going to make a fan shroud for this radiator, which will be then exactly the same as the radiator in my truck. I've never made one before, so you get to see me kind of struggle and hopefully it'll work out. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Half-Assed Garage. Today we're going to, I think you're getting covered in mosquito repellent smoke. I don't know. If you see something, that's what it is. See it all? Mosquitoes are insane. So I've never built a shroud before, but we're going to build one today. This is my Spall fan, 16-inch. So it's going to go in the middle. I did my best to kind of mock it up. This radiator has the exact same dimensions as the one that's in the truck. This is my old one. So what I'm going to do, the idea is, off this top lip here, I'm going to just mill down some little aluminum blocks that are going to fit inside of here. We're going to fold this thing up so it'll sit on here and then go down. Same type of deal on the bottom. It's going to kind of clear off of this front or this back side of the radiator about 1/2 of an inch to give it a little bit of room back in there, and then come down and then curve under again. So just like a C channel, and that's my plan. So what I've done is kind of mock this up or drew it out the best that I could. So this part's going to get cut off. Here, this will be like the bottom, or or top, whatever you want to call it, bottom. It's going to get folded here. It's going to get cut off. This part here on the top will get cut off there, make a notch so I can bend this. And then there's my 1/4 inch space where the radiator will be, or spacing it off of the radiator, I should say. And then this will be my tab there, It's going to fold over and be attached to the radiator. Downside is I'll actually have to pull the radiator out if I ever need to do anything with the shroud, but really it shouldn't be that big of a deal. There'll be a bunch of room in there since I'm not running a mechanical fan anymore. So yeah, that's the deal. Anyway, I'm going to time lapse most of this because it's just cutting, and I don't really know what I'm doing. So there's going to be some mistakes. If I don't include it, that's why. I tried to find a piece of aluminum to use instead of steel because, the whole, dissimilar metals deal. Now, you guys can let me know in the comments what you think about this. So, in my experience, attaching aluminum to steel to aluminum, is never a good thing. It always causes corrosion. The aluminum starts to powder, gets that white, basically it's aluminum rust, kind of. So, I don't know. A bunch of people said that I'm not going to have any issues doing that, attaching this steel to aluminum. But I've never had any luck doing that. You guys let me know in the comments what your opinion of that is. If I think it's going to be a major problem down the road, it's not going to be right away, but if it's going to be a problem down the road, this will be a good template for me to make the next one off of. And I'll have kind of like a video walkthrough because I'll forget. And yeah, so anyway, I'm going to get to cutting this thing up and you can watch. I had these ordered. They were delivered today. The mosquitoes out here are nuts. They're crazy. It's supposed to rain all week, and it hasn't stopped raining for like the last 4 days, or 5 or a week. I don't even know. I can't even keep track of how long it's been raining here. But these are citronella and lemongrass, something or other. Got a magnet stuck on my truck here. So hopefully it'll keep the mosquitoes off me. If you see smoke blowing by or some weird thing, that's what it is. I think you might have already saw it. So anyway. Rats. I can't even get them apart. Oh. Whatever.
Sound right, boys. Sound right, boys.
All right, there's a ton of rain outside, so you know it kind of is what it is. I can't change the rain. But here is my finished shroud. We're pretty finished. What this stuff is it's a window, or it's like screening. It's like the beading that you put in your screen. Slice it down the middle, put it on there, and it'll keep this sharp edge from damaging the fins on your radiator. So it's basically symmetrical, except for this cutout that I put at the top, just so that you can see the label on the radiator. Not that it's a great radiator, but I just thought it'd look kind of neat. It's got to be finished up, like metal finished and pounded flat and whatnot. These holes here, this was a nightmare because I didn't have the right hole saw, so this thing's pretty dull. This will have like a flap of rubber on it, and it'll just be connected at the top. I don't have any of the rubber right now, but what that'll allow it to do is behind here, you know, it'll be, let's say, well, how do I want to present this to you? This will basically be what you'd see if you were the engine, okay? So as you're going down the road, you have air rushing in. So if you're stopped at a light or wherever, or if you're cruising really slow, you don't have any air rushing into the engine, right? So what it'll do is these flaps, the fan will suck them closed and totally block off this shroud and pull all of the air right through the shroud and the fan. Okay, so now you've got 100% cooling through the fan right here. Whenever you're going down the highway, these, you'll have a lot of air pressure coming in from the front. These flaps will open up and allow a ton of airflow through the shroud. So that is the plan. It works good on everybody else that I know that's already got this type of thing. This isn't some unique deal that I came up with. This is all taken from other people that have already done it. So yeah, that's the deal. So these flaps will open up under high pressure, allow a lot of airflow, and then suck closed so the fan can do all of its work at low speeds. All right, so first off, got the TIG welder out, and I cut these blocks. I didn't show that because this sucked. I forgot exactly how tall they are, just under a ½ inch, something like that, 4.476 or something. Anyway, cut these all down on the Bridgeport over there. It was kind of sucked, but anyways, I got these in the spot that I need, and the idea is to drill holes on the top right here and then on the bottom, and these will be welded into place, drilled and tapped, well actually drilled and tapped and then welded into place, so that the shroud can just bolt right onto it. So I have some stainless steel hardware wherever I put it. Well, here's the bolts that I bought from Fastenal. 1024 by 1. It was $48 for this bag of bolts. Crazy. Anyway, they're stainless. I do have some stainless washers and whatnot. Mosquito repellent. Stainless washers and nylock bolts and whatnot. So, oops. So that's the deal. I'm going to cut those things down a little bit so they'll fit, and then I'll have stainless. Everything will be good. I got to pull the radiator back out. But let's have a little bit of fun, and let's test this. Let's test out this fan and see what it's like. I got this from my buddy Elroy, who had that other radiator last, wherever that other radiator is. The one that's kind of ragged out, this thing. So anyway, let's see how this fan is. It's a Spall fan. It's a pretty nice one. There you go. Anyway, let's see what it's like. That thing's loud. Oops. Man, that's a lot of fan. That thing is unreal loud. I don't know if there's like a speed controller that's supposed to go on these things or what, but holy cats. Oh, my wires are falling down. Yeah, geez, that thing is loud. Pumps a lot of air though. So I used my new transfer punches, another Harbor Freight special. If you're not familiar with what these things are or how they work, they're great. They're indispensable. So let's get over here where there's a little bit of light. So you got a hole that's this size. You know, you can kind of just put a center punch in there and try it. You know, hope for the best. Or you can get one of these, and they're exactly the same size as the hole. The other one might have been it. Yeah, so no, that's it. So that one is nice and tight in there. You just line it up, pop it down, and then you have, you know, a center punch right on the center instead of kind of getting maybe off or whatever. These are super handy, and they're $9. So they're well worth getting. If you do anything where you have to precision kind of center drill a hole or anything for something like this, go to Harbor Freight or go online and get a set of these for $10. I mean, they are going to make your life a ton easier. Yeah, unlike the hollow center punch, these things won't destroy your hands. Anywho, so I'm going to get all this stuff set up, do my drilling, tapping, all of that stuff, and then I'll show you when it's done, because really it's just drilling and tapping. There's the turkey I was telling you about. It's basically as much as I can zoom in. I don't know what she's eating. Can't see the little babies. I didn't get to work on this yesterday. Just things got away from me. But I did get this thing done. So, good enough. It's so humid out here because of the rain that it just won't gloss. So I'm going to have to work on that. Later on down the road, you can see kind of it's just, whatever. This stuff is $30 a can. So I'm trying not to use up a ton of it. I did use about half of the can on here. This got 3 coats on it. Just the humidity is destroying the finish on it. I don't know what to do about that. It's the same, actually this has fewer coats on it. There and there and whatever than this does. It's just, it was way drier when I did the truck than I did this. It's like 100% humidity. So I'm just going to have to go with what I got on this. I did put the nut certs in it. So these will work out just fine. It's black on this side. Yeah, nut certs are in. And I made all of the little flaps. So I'll show you how those work here in just a second. Alright, I don't remember which ones were what. Yeah, we'll just take a few of them. This stuff is that same material that I made. What else did I make it up? Oh, these like little pads here. It was the dust stuff or splash guards or whatever that went in there, but it was, kind of roached. So this one I made a mistake on and drilled the holes in the wrong spot. I wasn't paying attention to this cutout, so it is what it is. That one doesn't go there. Don't know where it goes, but anyhow, you'll kind of get an idea of how it works. Yeah, so they'll sort of go like that. I ordered some nut certs for these, so I've got some coming. All stainless steel, all that stuff. I have stainless steel hardware for it. So when that shows up, I'll be able to zap these things in. These were the holes that I kind of goofed on, but I'm not going to worry about it, honestly. So there it is. These will get screwed down, and as you go down the road, this flap will open up and allow air in under high pressure. There we go. That'll kind of be the way that it's going to go. So I am going to find some rubber actually for this. Something that's a little bit more kind of supple and bendy. This is pretty good though, so it'll be fine. I just couldn't find any. I went to Lowe's, Home Depot. If you guys know of any place that has like, 1/8 thick or less, this is probably in millimeters, like a rubber mat. I couldn't figure out where to buy any of that stuff. So that's it. Anyway, I got more cut for this side. All trimmed up. Nut certs are in. Ready to put the fan on. I just have to drill a couple of holes here around the edge so that this thing won't vibrate. Or maybe I could run a little like insulating foam piece around. But when it tightens up pretty good. And that'll basically be it. So now I just have to weld those things on, drill and tap them, figure out where the holes will be for that, drill and tap it, and then I'll be able to slide it all on, and that'll be it. All right, so here is my fan shroud. It got a little bit scratched up. Let's see. Let me get a wider view. There you go. Yeah, it got a little bit scratched up, but I made some mistakes. These don't work. These are too stiff. So this is some of the material that I have ordered. If I were to blow 120 pounds PSI of air through this, they just crack open. That's not going to work out. And yeah, so anyhow, this is what it's like on the inside. Oops, my little thing's coming off. Something else I got to fix. I did glue this stuff down with black RTV, but it's coming off. The deal with this stuff here is to kind of give a little bit of a buffer on this part right here so it doesn't wear through onto the cores. And then, yeah, so this is the bottom. Isn't that weird? Yeah, but it works. So all my riv nuts worked out good. Loctite on everything. And I have clearance now where I'm still not running into anything. So yeah, everything is pretty good. I'm going to go put it on the radiator and I'll show you what it looks like. Real quick, I'll show you how it mounts up. I drilled and tapped these 1/2-inch tabs. I don't know if they're roughly 1/2 inch, like whatever. But yeah, they're threaded, they're tapped, they're welded on. So that is where the top and bottom will screw onto. So I'll stick it on there. All right, so there it is. Looks pretty good, right? I'll have to repaint some of this. Probably repaint it after I get my new rubber stuff in. But yeah, nice, decent clearance. It's not really stuck on there the right way, but that's how it will work. The holes line up really nice, so we're good there. Top ones, we're good in there. Got to clean off the marker, but yeah, overall, pretty nice. I did, before the fan was in, I did check the clearance between the riv nuts and you know, the radiator cores. We're good to go. So that's it. I hope that you like my radiator. I'm not going to put it in the truck yet until I got everything all straightened around, obviously. And we're good to go. These are Nylox. This is blue Loctite. These are blue Loctite. No matter how it rattles, it's not coming off. Mosquito stuff. Yeah. I think we're getting close to everything being done, really. So yeah, essentially the D150 is really close. I talked with Jay today about the time frame, what we're going to do. He's got I told you things get crazy and that's why it's taking so long. The next 2 weeks he's pretty tied up with some personal stuff. So we're kind of waiting on that. Other than what he's got going down, I mean, I'm pretty close. I just have to put some carpet in it, put the seat back in it. That'll be really easy. We're close. We're almost there. The radiator was the last big part of this puzzle. So, and now that this is basically done, it's just going to be kind of cleaning up, doing some odds and ends and waiting for Jay. So that's it. So I hope that you dug on the radiator shroud thing. It was kind of a big project for me. But anyhow, mosquitoes are death. Killing me out here. It's horrible. It's hot. It's humid. It's still raining. So I'm going to head in for the night and figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But thanks again for watching the Half-Ass Garage. I hope you like this little project. You should do it yourself. Make one nicer than this and then send me pictures on Instagram. So find me at Half-Ass Garage on Instagram. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below, all of that stuff. And catch you on the next one. Thanks again. See ya.